Right.
Yo, what's up? We back. Laxa take notes. Mike Pace, K Dub, the homie Quinn. Been out for a minute. What happened, fella?
What's good with you?
What's going on, fellas?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Glad to be back. You know what I'm saying? We had a little brief hiatus, but you know that's what it is. It's life, you know. But we back right at the right time, though. You know what I'm saying? Everything in full effect.
The Braves was 10 games down the last time we did a show. Now they tied for first place.
Tied for first place, and then lost the last damn 4.
Exactly.
In the world, I'm like, come on, dog, y'all. But
they got to the mountaintop and then jumped right off that.
But for real, that is like crazy though. Like you say, last time they was 10 games out. You know what I mean? And now that was it July. They went crazy. They went crazy in July, bro. So yeah, it's shaping up to be pretty good. And
yeah, I just want Kevin to keep not watching them because that's the only reason Kevin ain't been watching.
And look,
what I've been doing.
And Aaron Judge, man, what y'all think he gonna get that record?
How many games they got left?
I think 18.
Eesh,
how many he had right now?
I think he had 50,
he got
58.
8.
Yeah, he hit 2.
See that?
He hit 2. Was it the night before last? I think he hit 2. So yeah,
what's the record?
63, right? Is it 6?
That's the AL record.
63.
Yeah, Barry Bonds hit what 75?
Oh, he hit 7. Oh yeah, nah, he ain't getting that. Nah, he ain't getting 72, cuz.
Sammy hit 66, I think.
72. No, he ain't hitting 72.
Yeah, I think he might be able to catch Sammy Sosa. I think Sammy hit 66.
Yeah, I think he can catch Sammy. They got him projected at 64.
62. Who hit 62 in the American League?
Mark McGwire, right?
I don't think Mark McGwire made the 62.
He didn't hit 60 while he was in the AL.
Yeah, he was with St. Louis when
he was with St. Louis. He was with St. Louis. You're right.
Ken Griffey is 60, so it wasn't him. Who did 62?
Roger Maris or some shit like that.
Yeah, that got to be an old one.
Yeah, I think it's either Beirut or Roger.
Yeah, Beirut. Yeah, they probably can't have Beirut 62.
Beirut hit 60. Roger Maris hit 61.
Yeah,
because remember, one of them they was trying to break Roger Maris's record back in the day.
Yeah.
When Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa and was
Sammy
hitting
Sosa.
home run, they was trying to see who could break Roger Maris's record. So, yeah, that's what it was. Because he has his own for a long time. He was the only one to reach 60. Him and Ray Ruth.
Okay. Hey, I thought it was my boy Craig Elliott.
He hit way more than 60.
Hey, my boy.
You're way more than 60.
My boy Craig. Y'all put me on my boy Craig.
I was finna say Albert Bell, but I don't think Albert Bell ever hit 60.
Did he?
Yeah, I know he in the 50 club.
Y'all gonna say I know he was up though. Albert Bell used to be whopping them.
Yeah, actually Barry Bonds is 73.
73. So did. All right, okay.
I want Albert Pujols to get them 700. That's what.
Ooh, hey, he been rocking them too.
I bet when he get to 700, he don't hit another one for the rest of the season.
How many seasons he been playing? 20 what?
Out shit. 21, I think.
21.
Something like that.
You know what's crazy though is I think Hank Aaron played 23 and got what 740?
755.
755.
Yeah, 55.
That's crazy, bro.
And
Hank Aaron never hit 50 home runs.
Nah, he was just consistent at like 40, 45, 42, something like that for his whole career.
Which is crazy though. You know what I mean? Like
if you look at the way he swing, he don't even look like he should be hitting that many home.
It's all in the wrist. It's all torque. all bat speed. He don't really like get none of his he don't have like a violent swing where he just putting everything into it.
Right.
No legs and nothing.
It's
Just
like-
flick of that wrist.
It's just a flick of the wrist, bro.
Man, but hey, listen, Ken got the prettiest one ever though, bro. Jeez.
Who?
Ken
Yeah.
Griffith, bro.
That's
Yeah.
Quinn. That's Quinn. Boy. I think
That's
Barry
my
Bonds.
boy right there.
Got the prettiest swing?
I love Barry's swing. It's, 'cause
Man.
it's so effortless, bro. It's like
Ken swing. Quinn.
effortless.
I'm talking
Hey,
about
Kevin,
Quinn.
what was that when his hat size was 6 when it blew up to 12?
Man, ain't got nothing to do with that. That man was hitting 40 home runs when he was 190 pounds. Trying to hear all that steroid stuff.
I agree with Kevin on that.
With all that.
Yeah,
That dude started hitting home run in downtown San Francisco, man. Come on.
Hey.
Now.
he was a bad boy at
Yeah.
what? Wait, he went to ASU, right? He went to Arizona State,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, he was. Hey, man.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, stop right there. That's
Nah,
when Barry
bro.
Bonds stat stopped for me.
Nah, steroids don't help hand-eye coordination. This man was not only was he hitting home runs, this man was hitting for a high average too. Man, on base
Steroids,
percentage was like 400 or something. Like
steroids help baseball ratings, though.
Yeah, they do.
That's what it did.
I think it had more to do with the juice balls and all that than it did with
Than
the
the
steroids.
steroid.
I mean, but like baseball wise, right? Like
Mhm.
even power in baseball is natural. That's not like
Word. Like a quarterback arm, right? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
lifting weights don't necessarily help you hit a ball farther. What
Mhm.
lifting weights can do, in my opinion, it can help you swing a bigger bat and get that head around faster. Maybe generate more power that way.
I was gonna say with the power, but
But in terms of just straight up power is natural. It's just like you said, Mike, and like throwing. Like you'll see a guy like Tim Lincecum who small but can still throw 100 miles per hour. Or you can see a guy like Bryce Young that's small with a cannon. Kyler Murray small with a cannon. Or even in boxing, you know what I'm saying? Guys who's small like Javante Davis but got power. Man, power's natural. Lifting weights is not going to help you with power.
yeah, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, I get what you mean. Who was Sam Bradford was skin and bones. Well, that was he ain't dead, but you know what I mean. You know, a small guy. But yeah,
to me, steroids they help you recover. Right? Like it's going to help you play more games. It's going to help you recover faster. It's going to help you maybe feel better from recovering faster. I guess I don't know, but
right. Nah, you're right.
I think it helps a pitcher more than it helps a hitter.
Yeah. Well, we'll
But
see.
I ain't no expert. Whatever.
We'll see. Hey, we'll see though. It should be fun to watch. I'm with you, Quinn. I'm pulling for pool host.
Yeah, I love him. That's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, he's so cool, right? Like he's a cool cat. A hell of a baseball player, man. So you always want to see cats like that, you know what I mean, do their thing. But yeah, so we'll see. ATL, come on now. You don't get that first place, you know. But the Mets balling, but it is what it is. But so we finally back. Football is back, right? We got college football, we got NFL football. Oh my gosh, man. It was Christmas Eve a couple weeks ago, man. Jeez Louise. Oh man. Of course, you know, we got our favorites, you know what I'm saying? My dogs, y'all tired, but we fans of the game, so we was watching them all, you know what I mean? And it started off so good. What was that one we just was West Virginia and who was it? West Virginia and it wasn't Penn State because the Penn State one was good too.
Yeah.
It was West Virginia and
I keep wanting to say Pitt, but it wasn't Pitt.
It was.
It was Pitt.
Yeah. It was West Virginia and Pitt. That one was incredible. Of course, I was pulling for JT. He had a lot of
Pitt
drop.
had 2 good games in a row.
Yeah, the Tennessee joint. So My boy JT had a bunch of drops in that game. But man, it started off great. First week was great. We had Anthony Richardson, who just was magnificent. And in the first game against Utah, which, like I told y'all, I don't know. Something was just like, bro, Florida gonna beat these cats. Like I just did not think.
Utah, you don't believe in things like that.
That's just what it is, dog.
I did, Mike. I had a feeling they was gonna get them too because Utah's a good team, but they're a good team for who they are, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought Florida was gonna out athlete them is what I did, and that's kind of what happened. So.
yeah. But I'll say this though, man. Like, so fast forward or catch up to the second week when they played Kentucky. I thought Florida was gonna beat Kentucky, and I thought Florida would beat Kentucky simply off the fact of they was gonna be at home. Not saying because I think Kentucky. They tough, man. Stoops had them dudes ready to ball every year, every week, every whatever. But I just thought them being at home and the way Anthony Richardson, looked in week one, I thought that they would, I thought it would be a good game, but I thought Florida would win. But Kentucky came out there, they did their thing, they won the game. And Anthony Richardson didn't have really a good game. But what can we stop overreacting, though? The first week, they was like he the Heisman. In the second week, they acting like he garbage. Like, bro, the dude had a bad game.
That's always going to happen. You know how that works.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
When you hype them up like that, though, unless you just come out and you do something like Bryce did in the fourth quarter,
right.
And you throw because that pick six he threw was bad. That was bad.
So the one was a hell of a play.
Yeah.
That homeboy but the other one, the pick six was yeah.
But it's so I think a lot of times what happened too is the people that hyped them up, they kind of upset with themselves that they hyped them up, and then when they don't live up to it, they look like they was wrong. So they'll start bashing them to make themselves feel better.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
I think you just gotta give him time though. He'll be like, it's just his third game starting or something like that. Man, just give the dude time. I think he's gonna be good by mid-season.
I think that's a good point, Q. That happens all the time. You'll hear people, they'll say one thing, they'll create this narrative, and they're gonna stick to it regardless. Like no matter what. If somebody has a good game or if they have a bad game. If they have a good game, they're just gonna skip over it. But as soon as they have a bad game, they're gonna go right back to that narrative that they created. And because they want to make their point. We all want to be right. At the end of the day, we all want to be right. You know what I mean? So people always gonna, you always gonna get criticism in that way.
Yeah, that's an excellent point, Q. Like, and I think, like Kevin say, I think that's exactly what it is, dog. Like, cause you can't look at that dude and tell me you think he trash. Like, bro, this dude is an athlete. He got a cannon of an arm.
Yeah.
Like Quinn said, this is his third start, bro. The SEC is tough, dog.
I'll give you a perfect example. I know we're gonna get to the NFL later, but people create this narrative about Tua Tagovailoa that he can't throw the deep ball. He's this and he's that, right? So I'm sitting here. I watched the whole game Sunday, and I saw he had a couple bad throws, but people are just, he can't do this, he can't do that. In order for him to take his team to the next level, this could not happen. I watched Tom Brady Sunday night make the exact same plays. I watched him underthrow a wide open receiver. I watched him throw an interception, but it's okay because it's the greatest of all time. But no, it's okay for both of them because it happens.
It happened.
No quarterback goes 25 for 25 every weekend. It don't happen. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect.
Like, it ain't like he consistently out here game to game doing the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bad game, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I did want to say that because I'm just like, God, dog. And I ain't even, now I'm far from Florida guy, but I'm just saying, like, bro, y'all gonna do the man like that? Like, this dude look all in one. Vince Young, Cam, he looked like all of them in one in week one. Because that 2-point conversion, Claude, have mercy. Boy, that thing was nasty. And then you come this week and they're like, I'm like, relax, man. Relax. Like, first of all, you probably played, if not the second best, the third best team in the SEC East. So
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying. People act like Kentucky is just that pushover again, man. Kentucky is probably the second best team in the East right now.
like knock it
And
off.
they've been that way for the last like 3-4 seasons.
Been that, bro. They've been a game away from the SEC championship like 4 times in the last 5 years, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So yeah, nah. But that one, you know, um, y'all want to get it? Y'all want to get it to the Tide, or y'all want to go?
Let's go ahead and talk about that
All right, we
because
get it to the Tide.
me and Kevin probably gonna disagree on a couple of things. So let's just go ahead and get this out of the way.
Well,
you didn't even heard my opinion on it.
First, let me give a little rundown, right? So y'all know I was texting y'all all week. They about to beat the brakes off these dudes. Like, Texas
I hate when you do that too.
Texas ain't ready. but listen, dog, come on, dog. I'm like,
every time you say that.
But I'm just saying what I thought. Me and Calvin, we talking, man, we like, bro, they about to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Calvin. We like, man, they about to beat the brakes off these dudes. So I'm out there, you know what I'm saying? Went fishing. I'm like, come back, watch the ball game, man. But I'm like, I told Sal, I said, man, before kickoff, I said, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Ted's going to put together a drive or two, get a couple field goals, and I'm like, then Bama going to settle in. But fellas, I ain't going to lie, it did not go that way. And
it played out like that for Texas. The Alabama part was a problem that didn't work out.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, but y'all take it away.
Go ahead, Quinn.
So I mean, like we know that what we saw, right? But that was just bad, man. That was I don't really know how to, because I was there. I was actually at the game, and while I was trying to keep consciousness from passing out because it was so hot, there was no offensive organization, no offensive flow, no nothing. It was like, I think Kevin mentioned the play calling. Like, you can see that, like, because they would find something that worked, and then Bill Brown would go away from it. And I'm like, what are you doing? If you see that your main receiver is your running back right now, put another running back in the backfield so they can block and get him the ball. If he's the only one that's getting open, or if you know you got somebody on the sideline that's getting open, i.e. Ja'Cory Brooks in the fourth quarter, get him on the field. Like, what's the issue? Why are you waiting? Like, I don't help me understand it. And and as far as the defense, I know Kevin gonna say the secondary is trash. I can hear him say it right now. if you look at that one pass that led to the touchdown, the guy was in position. He just didn't get his head around. So of course that goes along with it. I don't think they trash. I just think they could have played better. But Kevin about to come on here and say that it's the bad news bears of college football right now. So I'll go ahead and let him. I let him pontificate. That's what Stephen A. Smith be saying.
Nah, Quinn, I'm most surprised. I actually agree with everything you said.
Mike, shut it down right now, Mike.
It's over. It's over.
No.
Hey, it's snowing out there in Texas? Go ahead.
From what I saw,
blizzard.
From what I saw, play calling to me was one of the biggest issues. Like, I didn't see them scheming guys open. You know what I'm saying? Everything I saw was like they trying to make their receivers win every time, and that wasn't happening. You know what I mean? Like I said, I brought up the point to Quinn about Ja'Cory Brooks. Like, to me, that's the best receiver I've seen on that team. He showed flashes last year. Like, I don't know what's going on in practice and all of that coach stuff. Like Keyshawn Johnson always said, coaches are weird. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's some coach stuff going on with him where they don't play him because of this or because of that, whatever. All I know is when he get out there on the field, he perform, and he needs to be out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They kept saying they couldn't run the ball. I feel like they wasn't they didn't really commit to the run enough. I felt that was the issue more than they just couldn't run the ball. I don't think it was an issue with them not being able to run it. I think I didn't like the type of runs that they called. You know what I mean? Like I said, I thought a lot of it was play calling. And this is just in terms of them beating Texas, right? Which Texas was a good team. I also feel like if Quinn Ewers was still in the game, Bama would have lost that game. And I don't even know if it would have been close, to be honest with you, because that boy can play.
Yeah.
But I think moving forward, they need speed. And I didn't see enough speed on the outside. That's to me, you either have on the out, you gotta have speed on the outside, or you gotta have big jump ball receivers on the outside, which they have. You know what I mean? But for some reason, they wasn't. I didn't like the scheme. I thought Bryce was getting hit too much. And he got to start sliding.
Look,
I agree. I agree, Kevin. I agree with you 100%. I think Quinn kind of Ewers, I only like saying his last name, but I think he kind of surprised that team a little bit, because I think he surprised a lot of people. Because that dude,
I don't know why though.
But think about it like this, Kevin. He hasn't played since his junior year in high school.
Man, that man was ranked high for a reason.
Yeah, he'll baller now.
That boy was not just a 5-star. That boy was a super 5-star.
Yeah, he
okay.
He one of the highly
we know
recruited
that
quarterbacks ever.
We know that, right? We know that, right? But
hold on,
to them players down there, I think he kind of shocked him. I think he kind of shocked the coaches too, because he looked way better in that game in that first quarter than he did even the first week against Louisiana Monroe.
But so, Quinn, they got to know that, right?
That's easier said than done, though.
No.
It don't matter. It don't matter how many times Saban can say that. You know, them players, once they get to a certain level, especially Alabama, they think they're at a certain level to where they can just show up out there and it's all good.
Yeah, but at the same time, bro. So okay. With that being said, so Kevin just said he was rated this, rated that. He was highly recruited, highly touted, all that. So it's the same as if you playing against an Anthony Richardson or a Bryce Young or a DJU. I can't say your last name, brother. Sorry. You playing against a DJU, like the antenna's supposed to be up. So I do agree with Kevin in that regard. That's like if like he wasn't didn't kind of go through the cracks, so to speak. Let's say like in basketball, if a guy like when CJ hit Duke in the head, that's like they're like, oh, well, who is this dude? He had Lehigh. But if Stephon Marbury was coming to town, that's like when all them dudes came out of high school. Was it like Stephon Marbury and like Chauncey Billups? Like if you looked at all them dudes was like top 5, 10, all of them. So though Chauncey Billups' name wasn't Stephon Marbury, you better tie them sneakers up when Chauncey Billups was coming to town. You see what I'm saying? Though he's not Bryce Young or DJU or whoever was in that whole little wave, JT Daniels, all of them, his name was amongst those guys, is what Kevin's saying.
Yeah, and in terms of like, I didn't speak on the defense, but in terms of the defense, like I honestly feel that like in this day and time in football, defenses aren't gonna really stop really good teams anyway. It's just about getting key stops. So if the defense is giving up big plays and giving up points, I ain't really tripping on that. I just feel like you got to get stops at key times. You know what I mean? Because like, let's take last year, right? Georgia was one of the best defenses that we saw in recent history. But in the SEC championship game, Bama was able to put up points because a good offense is going to beat a good defense every time, regardless.
A lot of points.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like
shit.
when you look at Clemson, what they did to Bama in the national championship game when they, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait, Lawrence.
You can't stop that, bro. Like you just if the offense is on, you can't stop it. So I ain't really tripping on the defense and I'm just tripping on the offense because in this day and time, you gotta score points.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, but I will say this. I guess just for my eyes, it was it's so surprising to see consecutive years where it's offensive line issues and that for the consecutive year. Like just so used to seeing 4 first rounders on that line. You know what I mean? Like that's what we used to seeing on that old line, just seeing them dudes being at Bama being able to run the football and protect. That's the thing for me. Bryce Young getting hit way too much, dog. Like he getting hit way too much, and he too small to take that kind of punishment, dog.
A lot of that is what,
and it's not even scheme either. It's them linemen getting beat 1-on-1. That's what it is, isn't it?
Is what you said before though, Quinn. It's misses on the offensive line and recruiting.
Yeah,
like they recruited these big names like Brockemeyer. It just didn't work out. This man ain't even on the depth chart, period. And he was 5-star, supposed to be the best tackle in the country.
And that hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts. Yeah, you're right. You know, it's just
you bring a guy like that in and you expect him
to almost start.
Most likely start from day one.
You expect him to be a Cam Robinson. You expect him to be
that's what I'm saying. Leatherwood.
Kwanjo. You know what I mean? Like Cyrus Kwanjo.
Fluker.
DJ Fluke. Yeah, that's what you expect. You know what I mean? Like what I wouldn't do for a Jedrick Wills right now. Somebody
right. Man.
Well, even if you look right now,
or Neil. Just go back to last year.
Neil in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday the talk was Neil on the right side, Andrew Thomas on the left side out of UGA. I think this Andrew Thomas third year.
Yeah, two rookie tackles.
And they like, dog.
Yeah.
Saquon, like, I'm buying y'all Rolexes. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that hurt, but that's just for me that. And then we've gotten used to seeing, you know, the posse. Just be real, bruh. In the past 5 years, bruh, they've been loaded at that wide out position. 6 years. You understand what I'm saying? Or you can go all the way back further to 2012. Because when Julio was there, it was Julio and they had some good compliments.
Nah, Cooper was a freshman. So you could start with him, then you go from Cooper, then you go to Ridley. Then you go from Ridley to the rideouts.
That's what I'm saying. So we used to that. I saw Burton with a big drop, right? So, you know I love Burton, UGA dude. But this right here is, for me, I think with Burton is, so Burton always had kind of like a security. Pickens was the man, right? Pickens was the guy when he got there. Last year, you know, and then you had Kieras and all these guys that kind of, you understand what I'm saying? Like don't get me wrong, he balled, but he wasn't like.
He wasn't the man.
The man, right? You get what I'm saying? So then last year, Kieras was a little banged up. George was hurt. But you had A.D. Mitchell kind of, you know what I'm saying, do his thing. Brock took a lot of pressure off.
I was about to say you got Jerry Mashaki out there.
yeah, right. So then now, when it's super expectation, he had one drop that's a routine. And he could catch. Yeah. He got hands. But the pressure, now it's like Bryce needs his Mechie and Williamson, right? He need that. You understand what I'm saying? And to me, I agree with y'all. Brooks, if I go back to last year, Brooks looked like he just better than all of them dudes.
Yeah.
Because he is, I think.
I mean, it's one of them things, man. They want you to be a certain way. And, you know, like I said, some guys ain't practice players. Like I
That's
don't know
my
if that's what
that's
it
my
is.
issue
But
right now,
that's
Kevin.
what it just seems like it is. That's what I always
Mhm.
hear.
That's my issue right now, Kevin. I feel like right now at this point in time, especially over the next 2 games until you get to Arkansas, you got to put your best guys on the field and let them figure it out.
You
Or at least
got
that's what I would do.
Yeah, because I think Burton is a Mitch. I think that's what he can be. You know what I mean?
not a
He's
Judy.
not a yeah.
Not a Judy,
He's
not a
Judy.
not
He's
a
not
George
Vontae,
Pickens.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
not a
Yeah.
Devontae, not a
He could be the
Devontae,
Mechie.
not a George
Yeah,
Pickens.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Not a Jameson Williams.
Yeah. You understand? But see, but y'all get my point though, right? Like
Yeah.
when he was at UGA, you coming as a freshman, you got George Pickens right here, who is clearly the guy, right? So it's like if I'm stepping on the basketball court and I come with, oh shoot, I got John Morant, I got you know what I'm saying? That guy. Whoever, like, yeah, I get my little 12 point, 13, 14, and oh man, I don't have that no more. I don't have that security blanket no more.
Tell you what I was happy with. I was happy, of course, with Bryce. I like how the running backs look, Gibbs and McClellan. I like how they look.
Whoa, real quick.
Yeah.
Gibbs, boy. Whoo! That's it.
Yeah, I like that boy.
Get them on the field together as much as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, split backs.
Yep.
Something.
I'm cool with it. I like how Moody looked. He looked like he was doing his thing out there at linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Jalen Moody had a great game.
Man, he doing his thing out there.
But defensively, they wasn't bad.
No.
You had 3 red zone trips and 4 red zone trips and only 1 touchdown.
No,
Toto had a good game too.
Yeah, Toto. I mean, he pretty decent anyway. He's a solid linebacker anyway.
He is.
Will Anderson, I don't know what his mind was. At the end of the day, you know, he made the play that he needed to make.
He did.
I don't know what
it was something going on with him in that game because he even said after that game that was the toughest game he ever played in.
Well, look though, like before they even called the lining up in the neutral zone penalty, he had did it twice before that.
Kevin said one time
the blue line was on his back.
Kevin said the blue line was on his back, dog.
Like, are they gonna call this or what? This bad is like lined up in the backfield.
But so I'm gonna ask y'all this question about that. Because you know what I'm saying? People forget to now these still young men, right?
Yep.
It was hot. The crowd. I ain't shooting them no bell, but I am shooting them bell, if that makes sense. I am, but I ain't. So like it's hot, you're on the road, big game. For some reason they just can't play in Texas. All this Heisman talk shit, like, let me play football.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I could be totally off. It could have just been, he could be beefing with his girl. I don't know. We take the human aspect out because they look, they are Superman. Yeah. But something was, we know that ain't Will Anderson, dog.
And
something was up, man. You can't look at that game and look at the way he's played and not think something was going on.
That ain't Will.
I look at that game as a positive. For one, I don't like them being number 1. I just really don't like it. I'd rather them be number 2 or 3. Congratulations, Georgia. Well, I'm glad y'all number 1. And
y'all keep that monkey on y'all back.
Well, listen.
They deserve it because they look like the best team.
I'm gonna tell you like this. After all this pain and strife, we could be number 1, and I don't give a damn. You put the number 1.
But no,
I like it.
What I'm saying is, I'm glad that this happened Saturday, right?
Yeah. Reality check.
For one, they get humbled. You know what I mean? You're not that good. You know what I mean? Like you're not the team that can just show up. That ain't y'all. You know what I mean? Like it don't work like that. Luckily, you were able to learn that lesson in a win and not in a loss. Yep. And it happened early in the season. Yep. So I look at it as a positive. You came out with the W in a tough environment. You know what I mean? You didn't take a loss. And you learned a lesson. You better learn a lesson.
Absolutely.
If you go to playing with Arkansas like that, I know where you're gonna be.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. KJ Jefferson and Rocket Sanders, they balling. And my boy Sam got them boys balling. I love Mr. Sam Pittman. He got them
Yeah, I
boys
know.
balling.
But yeah, I looked at that game.
Why
as
you love
positive,
Sam
honestly.
Pittman, Mike?
Hmm?
Why you love Sam Pittman?
He's just a good guy. Good old country guy.
I forgot where he coached at before he went to Arkansas.
Well, you know, he did help get some of them old linemen down there at this time. You know, I ain't gonna sit here in front. He got a lot of them old linemen down there at this, yeah, man. Nah,
I like that dude too, though, man. I would play for him.
Dog, and he seemed like he like so cool, bro. Like he seemed like he gonna coach the hell out of football, but life ain't too serious. Like, you know what? Sit down, have me a brew. You know what I'm saying? Kick my feet up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be dad. I'm gonna be a granddad. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you know, and that's he just seemed like a super chill cat. But nah, I do feel you on that, Kevin. Like being happy that it happened. Like, it's that reality check. You know what I mean? It's just like sometime in life, like you going, you doing this, and then, hey man, sit your ass down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Then you're like, you know what? I'm out here wilding. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
And luckily, I think a lot of this could be corrected. I mean, you got speed on the roster. You got Kendrick Law and Isaiah Bond, and I mean, I know they're freshmen, but in terms of speed, which I think
I don't care, man.
they have
freshmen coming ready to play these days.
Yeah, they do.
They do, because you know, think about UGA don't win if AD Mitchell don't play last year.
Right.
That's just the bottom line, because George Pickens was out. AD Mitchell came in. It was a 3-star? 3-star, true freshman, caught the biggest pass in the national championship. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I agree, Q. Like, hey, man, so tight. But, hey, Brock Bowers, they don't win half them games without him last year. I mean, I ain't going to say that because that defense was good. But you know what I'm getting at. As far as offensive production, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is sometimes. So,
yeah. And they got Bryce Young.
Oh man, listen, man. Bryce.
That dude does something else, man.
He's so cool.
That's the thing to get. That's the thing to get me, Mike. I just wonder, like, with him working with his father, who's a sports psychologist, all the stuff, all the resources he got at Alabama. I'm thinking, like, what actually get this dude rattled? Like, does anything get him rattled?
Yeah, bro. Like, it's like you gotta, cause the duck goose move, bro. He just ain't look like he wasn't even stressed. Like, watch out, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And you know, when it happened, as soon as it happened, I'm like, he finna get this first down. As soon as I saw him duck and he didn't go down, I'm like, they just won. They just won. That was their one opportunity to put that game away. And when he dug down and got up under that tackle, I'm like, they just won this game.
Well, I mean, Kevin, I just feel like you. I never thought that they was gonna lose once he got the ball back. I'm like, they're not gonna lose this game. You're not stopping this dude. This Kobe in the clutch, dog. Straight up. Straight up.
I closed my eyes when he did that duck kick. I thought for sure he about to go down.
Nah, I knew, man. I got all the confidence in the world in that dude.
Yeah, he a bad boy.
And if he can't get it done, then it just ain't meant to be.
And hey, for real. That's sometimes, man, that's my mentality a lot of times especially with basketball.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, if this cat can't, then it just wasn't meant for these people to win or that team to win. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel that. You know, but I wish, you know, and you got those 2 weeks, but set up for great theatrics with Arkansas. They should be pumped up.
I expect to see the real Bama when they play Arkansas. Like I said, I see this game as a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they got lucky that they don't have to lose to learn their lesson.
Yeah, they're going to be pumped up. It's on the road. People questioning them on the road. Yeah, they haven't been playing on the road on the road.
Because you see now that you ain't just big old bad Bama and can just show up and run through people.
So it's gonna be good. So look, They got Louisiana Monroe, the team they lost to last as a what you call it. Yeah. So we'll see. But
So Mike, you already told me how you feel about Georgia being number one. Like you cool with that, right?
yeah, well, I'm cool with it because just you know what I mean.
Being a hunted is a little different now.
But listen, you remember that song Juve had back in the day, acting like a who ain't never had. That's how I acting. But no. So I like it for several reasons though. On the real though.
Okay.
So Calvin asked me that, and I said, bro, I like it because to me, now that you are the hunted, so this can help you stay sharp, right? You got to embrace it. You got to embrace it, and you got to be able to show this ain't LSU, because that's what everybody was saying. Oh, they're going to come back and be like LSU. You got to be able to embrace it. Now, can they? We'll see. But I'm saying from my perspective, I like it.
That's the thing, though.
That's just my mindset, though. Hold on, yeah. Walk tall with your chest out, bro. You there? You got to embrace it. If this the level of program you want to say we are, well, not Bama, because Bama has done it so long, but I'm saying if you want to be trending in that direction, this is what you have to be able to embrace. Just like when Clemson was every year up there, 1 and 2 and 1 and whatever. They did. They took that baton and they started running. So my thing is, if that's what you trying to prove, the type of program that you are, you got to be able to do it. So listen, I know a lot of people, I don't want to be, nah, I do. Listen, you got to do what you can while you can. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be able, like I said, now I'm not in the locker room, I'm not on the field, but my mentality and my mindset is I'm here and I deserve it, and I gotta prove I deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
So the thing is, like, if I'm coaching and my players have the mindset that you have, I love it. You know what I mean? But you say that as a grown man. Can you keep 18, 19, 20-year-olds from letting that get to their head,
right,
and being able to produce on the field? Because I know that's what Nick Saban struggled with, because we saw Saturday, basically that's what he struggled with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, I agree with you. If you're gonna be trending in that direction as being the standard in college football, you have to embrace that.
You got to be able to, it's just like with any of it. Like, when you coming out of high school and you get them tags, top this or top that, you do have to go out there and prove why they feel that I am this guy. You understand what I'm saying? So, nah, man, I like it. And I think Kirby Smart, just the pedigree that he was around from Nick Saban for so long, I think it just rubbed off, and he preached a lot of that same stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And then so you got a good balance now. You got a lot of young guys, but you still got some veteran guys that was on that team last year, right? You got some seniors some guys that's now seniors that was on that team, right? You got some guys that's sophomores, got some guys that's juniors. So you got where the freshman Dylan Bell had to come in Saturday. So now you got a Kearis Jackson to be able to say, hey, man, AD was in the same position you was in last year. You know what I'm saying? Come on, what you going to do with it? You understand what I'm saying? So you got Darnell Washington, who's a junior, who was on that team last year. Brought about, so then you got that offensive line. You got Cedric Van Pran. So you got guys.
Can't forget old Ladd.
Yeah. You got my boy Ladd, right? So you got guys that can help preach the message too. You know what I'm saying? Which is always important. You understand what I'm saying? So, but now I do. Man, look, man. And but me, and I get it though, because it is college. But I will say this. I don't like when teams move down when they win, because I feel like you can't punish them for winning. But I understand, but it's just me. Like, and I get it, it's not the NFL, so you got to kind of do the whole ranking thing. because I can't even liken it to if they were Washington and Philly, and Philly was supposed to be this top squad. They 15-1, and they struggled and beat the bottom of the barrel team. And you look at it and say, well, they won the game. So that's kind of my mindset, but I get it. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is, it kind of worked that way. But I just, because I ain't like when they moved Ohio State down. Like Ohio State beat a good, what I thought was a good team, quality team in Notre Dame.
That's still a good team. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah. They just dropped the ball. So, I feel like they won it. They didn't win it in the way that we thought they would win it. So everybody goes crazy. But you still have to put all factors in. Yeah. They didn't allow them to score a bunch of points. It ain't like Notre Dame scored 40 points, right? So the defense played a huge role. They ran the ball.
That's the thing right there. If you can shut down that Ohio State offense, well, not shut down, but if you can keep them at bay, you're a good defense.
You're a good defense, right? You're a good defense. And then they had to run the football. And Ohio State won it in a different fashion than we used to seeing Ohio State win.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So flip it. Georgia won against Oregon in a different fashion than they used to seeing them win.
Yeah.
They went out there and add the ball out. So what's the difference? The difference is they grinded it out. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I get it though.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like that. Georgia's gonna have some games this year where they have to go the opposite. They
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
you especially you getting to October and stuff like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And like I said, I ain't gonna say I like, but I'm kind of happy with Bama moving down anyway, because for one, all the reasons I said before. For two, it don't matter. You take that psychological burden of being number one off.
Yeah, number one.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you still can achieve the same things. It don't matter.
Bro, we saw the same situation last year. Georgia was 3 or 4, and whatever happened, they beat Clemson and moved up. Alabama lost to A&M. Georgia was number one all the way till they lost the SEC championship. Moved down to number 4. Voila, Bama, Georgia's getting in the thing. So, and I don't see 3 teams as good as those 3 teams. I just really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like Clemson, super questionable to me. Like that Georgia Tech game, if you look at the score, it looked crazy. But Tech was in that game. If Tech had any type of offense or, maybe an older quarterback, because I think that kid Young that was playing, and he did what he could, you know what I'm saying? But so yeah. But I do want to ask y'all thoughts on actually 2 college teams, but USC.
Yeah.
What you think about USC?
I mean, we all know what Caleb Williams can do. You know what I mean? I think he takes them to another level. Are they going to be able to compete with the top 3 that we talked about? Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State.
Right.
But that next level, I think they're right there. I think they're I think they can compete with a Clemson. They can compete with an Oklahoma, a Texas, or a Kentucky. You know what I mean?
I think
I think he puts them on that level is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think like those are the cream of that crop. Like you saying, SC, Kentucky, Clemson, who all the schools you named. I feel that all, SC probably the cream of that crop. Because like you say, with Kentucky, it was impressive. They didn't even have Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And they won that game. So
yeah. I guess you could put Michigan in that category.
Oh, yeah. Michigan too. Yeah, no doubt. Damn, that was disrespectful. Yeah, Michigan too. Because they've been balling. You know what I mean? Now I think that Michigan Ohio State game would be great this year though.
Yeah.
I think
CJ Stroud too much for.
Yeah. But I just think that Ohio State with losing last year and him being what he is,
Yeah, that
And
boy
then you
stud, man.
and then you got them receivers, dog, and them backs. So I think it's gonna be, yeah, I think that's gonna be really good this year. But what about A&M? Texas A&M, right? It
I
seems like
mean,
we have the same conversation every single year. Why are they top 10? Why are they top this? They've been overhyped for the past 6 years, and I can't figure it out. No
yeah,
disrespect.
like you were saying before, like what's the big deal with King? Like why everybody love him so much? You know what I'm saying? And he was didn't even throw for 100 yards Saturday
Right,
on how many attempts?
right.
Like I think that's, and they run A-Chain to death.
They're gonna
You
kill
know
him.
what I mean? Like I,
He the kick return
I
guy.
don't. Yeah,
Yeah, at least scored
I
both
don't know.
touchdowns
They
Saturday.
couldn't. Yeah, and other than him, they couldn't do much offensive. You know what I mean?
He
And
had,
they couldn't stop the run. What was the old dude Peoples?
yeah, bro.
He was killing them.
Hey, listen. And then they had them long drives. App State
Mm-hmm.
did.
Mm-hmm.
A&M ran 38 plays.
Yeah. I think
Thir-
I looked one time, and I think their first or their second drive in the second half was like 8 minutes left in the fourth. They hadn't had the ball since the opening drive of the second half or something. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it was crazy. It was crazy. And then, like you say, A-Chain, they running him to death. He the kick return guy. And then you can't stop. That's recipe for disaster. You can't stop the run.
Yeah.
Well, hey, everybody would like to go out there and just hand it off all game and keep a
Yeah.
quarterback clean. And hey, everybody nowadays got 2 or 3 backs that can rotate in and out.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
If you can run the ball, you can beat anybody because you can do exactly what they did. You can shorten the game up. You
I'm
know what I mean?
talking
How you gonna score points when your offense on the bench?
on the bench. You ran 38 plays.
Yep.
And A-Chain touched 10 of the 10, 10
Right.
of the 38. So I don't know, dog. So they got Miami this weekend, right?
I think that's the only top 25 matchup. Right? I think it's the only top 25 matchup this weekend.
Who you think gonna win it?
I want to say A&M
Mm-hmm.
just because of how they played last week, what happened them losing and all.
Yeah.
I feel like they got the talent to bounce
That's
back.
what I was gonna say, bro. They got the
But I
talent.
just at the same time I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I'm going to pick A&M, but it's not a very confident pick.
Dog, I feel you 1,000%. It's like I feel the same way. They got the talent,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just something about them cats, dog. It's like something off, man.
Yeah.
And then they'll have a game like, was that last year? The game against Florida? Or was that year before? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Where they pretty much did to Florida what Appalachian State did to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's something off, dog. But I will say this, dog. They like, why you even brought Max Johnson over there?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I mean, I ain't saying he a great QB, but man, I watched him play LSU, and
Right.
I mean, he could play. It can't be no worse, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, God dang, like this ain't gonna get it here, dog.
I feel.
You know, so, but I feel exactly like that, dog. It's like I want to pick. Like you say, I'm gonna pick Ann on the win, but boy, it's like that. Like if I had to bet, I'd just be like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna pass on that one. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean, at the same time, no, my man ain't beat nobody.
they haven't, but I think both of us feel it's less about Miami and just more about A&M. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like Miami played who? Bethune-Cookman.
Bethune-Cookman and Southern Miss.
So yeah, it ain't like we crowning them just to be the you. Like,
Right.
ain't like we saying Ed Reed and them boy running out the tunnel or nothing like that. But I don't know, dog. A&M just you know, and so man, I know Quinn had to pause, but LSU.
Yeah.
How you feel about who they got an SEC game this weekend, huh?
Let me see who they got.
I think they got an SEC matchup, if I am mistaken.
Let me see. They got Mississippi State.
Yeah. So who you how you feel about both of them teams?
I haven't really I haven't watched Mississippi State, but I have watched LSU, and I know Jaden Daniels was supposed to be like that guy.
Was he though?
I just don't see it, bro.
Was he though? Because I never even expected that him coming over. Because I don't equate anything that goes on in the Pac-12 with stuff that can be replicated in the SEC.
No, but I mean from a quarterback standpoint though, because he was right there with Bryce and Stroud now. You know what I'm saying? From the California, everybody let a California quarterback. You know what I mean?
DJU, all them came out together.
Yeah. So I expected more from him, but I just don't see it, man. Like that. I'm not impressed with that team at all. Like that, they look bad. Only bright spot I really see is Ojulari.
They don't have the complementary pieces that LSU normally have either, like at running back and receiver. Because Butte is there, but I don't think he's there. You know what I mean?
But the issue, one of the issues I see is the offensive line. But at the same time, you can kind of mask some of that. And John Emery wasn't playing either. He back this weekend, and he a prop.
Is he?
Yeah, Emery a prop. I like old Emery. He a prop.
Yeah.
So he back this weekend. They don't look like the LSU that we. They don't look like.
They ain't look like that's in Burrow no though.
Yeah. Like they ain't even look like just none of the LSU squads. Like you said, since them boys left, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, dog. So they got Mississippi State. Mississippi State, I know they're gonna throw the ball a lot, but I think they running it a little bit more this year. I don't know, but yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think Mississippi State gonna get them. I think LSU will probably keep it close, but I think Mississippi State will get them for all the reasons y'all just stated.
But you know what, Quinn, and what I think about, like, I just don't see like no explosive plays for LSU
on defense or offense.
Yeah, like it's like, and I ain't saying you gotta be that team that put up record numbers, but my gosh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you look out there, you like, okay, like shoot, all right, you got UGA, you got Bama, you got Kentucky, you got Tennessee, you got Florida doing this, you got Arkansas doing this and this and this, but you just kind of look at LSU like, dog, like it's just off, kind of like A&M, like A&M.
Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think? So, what do y'all think of BK in the long run in the SEC?
Think what?
Brian Kelly. What do y'all think of him long term in the SEC?
I think what Kevin said a couple weeks ago, I just don't think he fit in. I agree with Kevin.
I see 3 to 4 years and he out of there, bro.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I be trying to tell people, like people that I talk to out here that come from the West Coast or come from the North, because I mean the Big Ten can kind of relate, right? But anything outside of the Big Ten and SEC is just different, and this every aspect of the program is just different, from the players to the coaches to the cultures to the stadium to the fans.
Culture, yeah, bro.
I feel like he don't fit that. I feel like he don't fit that culture. He seems a little, I don't know where I want to say uppity.
But
He's a northern coach, is what he is.
That's not gonna work at LSU. LSU want a grinder. They want a Nick Saban. They want a Ed Ogeron. They want a Les Miles. You know what I mean? Like
or even if you had a Pittman or a Stoops or a Smart
like that, yeah,
or a Eichel,
a grinder.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's my man back in the Houston Net? Like,
yeah, they don't want no coach that's gonna come in with his hot shot plays and all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I knew Byke was gonna laugh at that. His hot shot play calling it. Nah, they want somebody who can get down and dirty. You know what I mean?
Billy Napier.
I'm just surprised they even hired him. But
yeah, I was too, dog. I was too. Like, hell, you could have came and got Dan Lanning from.
And that's not to say he's not a good coach.
No.
I think he fits better at a Notre Dame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somewhere like
Oregon.
Yeah.
He fits great at the schools he's been at: Bowling Green, Notre Dame,
Cincinnati. I mean, he was at Cincinnati.
I can see him coaching at like Arizona State or Arizona or something like
that. Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
Oregon State. Oregon State, something like that. I could even give him. I was gonna say maybe Penn State, but
nah, I don't see him.
Not Penn State.
Y'all right? Nah.
I give him Maryland if you want to pick a Big Ten team. I give him that one.
Syracuse.
Yeah, Rutgers.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I agree, man. Like, it's just different. Like, you gotta have, because even schools that's not in the SEC, right? You got to be a certain cat to go down there and coach Miami. You got to be a certain cat to coach Florida State. You got to be a certain cat to coach Clemson, right? You got to be.
I'm going to tell you, the problem is he's a football coach. At LSU, they need a ball coach.
A ball coach.
They want a ball coach down there.
Yeah, man.
A ball coach going to go play some ball.
That's why.
You know, a lot of people don't even know the difference between that.
Yeah, they don't. Listen, that's why they love Bama down there in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. He's a ball coach.
Man, Bama, listen, and he looked like, man, he a fun cat. He want to win. He down. You understand what I'm saying? And he like you say, a grinder, bruh. Like, yeah. I agree. Like, when Kevin said that a few weeks back, just like, I don't think he fit in, dog.
Nah, because it's like like you said, Quinn, it's the culture. Like, I don't see him, and it's not his coaching ability. I don't see him being able to get kids from that area to stay home. I think him being at LSU is going to help Alabama,
help Georgia.
It's going to help Georgia.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Ole Miss.
You going to hate this, but it's going to help Auburn.
No, but you know what? Hold on. I was just going to say, speaking of Auburn, though, I think Harsin in the same boat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Same boat, out of place.
Yeah.
I think he out of place.
Yeah, because I don't think the kids I don't think they can consistently want to stay in state with guys like that don't understand the culture.
Listen, for real.
Because Ed Ogeron can walk in them kids living room, talk to them parents, and they like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I like this guy.
Bruh.
He gets us.
Ed Ogeron been on went out with your uncle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
saying? Ed gonna go in and eat that crawfish. Right?
Yeah,
He's gonna turn his nose up back.
Right. He won't. Filet mignon.
No thanks. No.
Yeah. So,
go ahead, give me a couple of them.
Ed OG gonna have a napkin in the shirt. You understand?
And Brian Kelly don't realize when he turned that food down, he done insulted the mother. Man.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Ed OG got the napkin in the shirt.
Yeah, all up in here.
The bruise. He finna catch an Uber back to the room, bro. He good. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, I feel y'all though. Cause that's the reason he kept that job. You understand what I'm saying? And then
because he's one of them.
He one of them, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even like you say, like the culture, like, even when Rick was at UGA, bro, like, it's very minimum UGA fans that just hate Mark Rick. It just didn't work. I mean, I ain't gonna say it didn't work. It was It was good.
He
It
won
just
a lot of games.
it just wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna find like too many UGA fans that's just like, oh, because if you are, you just one of them, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, but everything totally embraced with that guy though. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel y'all. But I think Harson and Kelly, like you say, nothing to do with being a good football. It's just it's different, dog. It's different. Like I tell people all the time, it's kind of hard to explain when you start talking like football and baseball and stuff like that. Down, it's different, man. It's different down there now.
Yep.
It's a different animal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but nah, man, we'll see. Oh, real quick though, about Auburn. What? I know Quinn probably just ain't got nothing rational to say about Auburn, but
I think everything I say about Auburn is rational.
Oh man. So real quick though, what y'all, you know what I mean? You got TJ Finner down there.
They don't have the players, man. It's just simple as that. They don't have the players. I mean,
They just ain't it.
They just don't. I mean,
Auburn, look, that program is never going to have consistency. It's always going to
no.
Up and down. This is one of the down points. Now, next year after, you never know. They might be up here.
Catch fire. They always do that.
They always like that.
When they was right here, then Nick Marshall them, the perfect storm. Well, we Cam them, perfect storm. Fell off a little bit. Then Nick Marshall them, perfect storm.
Mm-hmm.
And all them was like transfers.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nick Marshall transferred from UGA. The safety transferred from UGA. Yeah. Had and it was like a perfect storm kind of thing. So yeah,
I think Auburn their problem is Alabama. They're always trying to replicate what Alabama do. They can't. Like, you can't compete with that. Like that, Alabama has a rich history that started at the beginning of college football, the very beginning. You'll never be able to catch up to that.
I was a girls' school back then, wasn't it? Wasn't there a girls' school back then? No, there was a detention center school then.
Oh, this man
they used to
crazy.
be one of them. What they used to be? It was either girls' school or reformatory school,
like Alabama A&T or something back then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Alabama school for the dumb or something like that.
That's stupid.
Quinn is stupid, but no, I get you. Because it's not like a parallel like UNC Duke basketball.
Yeah.
It's a parallel, right? Like it ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can tell how they're not on that same level because you remember back in the day, they had to get the state to make Alabama play them because Alabama didn't even want to play them no more.
For years.
Just because of the level they was on.
Decades.
So, yeah, I that's what it's like you said. It's just a history thing. They don't have the history Georgia has. They don't have the history Alabama has, especially in football. We just talking about football only because they up in basketball and baseball. They're pretty good. As bad as it hurts my head to say that.
And they always hover around in those sports. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Basketball, they always pretty good. And then
they
got
won on national championship, but they've always had great consistent players come through their program, no matter who the coach was.
They got a hell of a coach right now. So you know what I mean? They had a very, very good coach. So yeah, okay. One more Tennessee. How y'all feel?
They're gonna be a hard out this season to
Definitely.
me.
I'm so listen, so I'm UGA, man, and I ain't gonna lie. Them and Kentucky both scare me. I go back and forth on which one scare me the most, and I think it's Tennessee because of the wideouts and their quarterback. I think Hooker's better than Levis to me.
Yep.
So, but they both scare me. But I think Tennessee scare me more. from an offensive standpoint. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I think Kentucky defense probably better than Tennessee's.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I just hope they all beat each other. So yeah. Yeah. But nah, Tennessee look good, man. Shout out to Josh Hyper, man. He came in there when the road, it was rough. It was ugly
Oh,
down there.
boy.
It was ugly, and he just came in and was like, I ain't gonna complain. But to your point, Kevin, a grinder, right? Like he ain't complain about nothing. He ain't said that wasn't on his watch.
Mm-hmm.
None of that,
Don't they
none of
still
that.
have scholarship restrictions?
Bro, I think they got like 4 scholarships available. And he just making it happen, bro.
Making it work.
Yeah, he never complained, never said nothing. Like it was tough. Like that's tough, bro. This ain't even my fault. I ain't even do this.
Right.
And the sanctions come down when I get here. Like that's crazy. But you know, yeah, he doing a great job, bro. Because they was competitive last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Should have won the Pittsburgh game last year. To be honest with you, but
Right.
they yeah, they scare me. They scare me,
Yeah,
man.
Mike, they would scare me more than Tennessee, more than Kentucky. And simply because of the offense. Because
Yeah.
They got more
Hendon Hooker
athletes.
Hendon Hooker is. I know they've been talking about Will Levis as a top round pick, but Hendon Hooker better than him to me.
Me too. Me
Um,
too. And then they wideouts. Got
Yeah,
them 2 big boys, and they go get that thing, boy.
Yeah.
they probably got the best wide receiving core in the
Got
league
the
right
basketball players out there.
I'll agree with that. Yeah. The 2 swing men out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for
them
sure.
2-point forwards.
Yeah. I agree with you though, Q. I think they got the best collection of receivers too. Yeah, and shout out to Zach Evans. I'm glad to see he finally getting it together. Man, talented young dude, just was having some issues, but he at Ole Miss doing his thing right now. They got a stable back there too. Well, shout
Yeah, they
out to
do.
him, man. I like to see when them young guys get it together, man. It's enough people. They already have enough, and people harp on the negative with these young people enough, man. But so they don't give enough props, though. You know what I mean? When they get it right. So shout out to Zach on that, bro. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, should be pretty good this weekend. My dogs got South Carolina, which I'm glad it's on the road. To your question, Kevin, I want to see how they're gonna react on the road. 12 o'clock game.
Against that boy Spence.
Yeah, last time they played at Carolina, they lost. So you know, I want to see how they're gonna react to that.
Pictures and she.
Huh?
Oh no, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I want to see how they're gonna react. Spencer Rattler, it just don't look comfortable. SEC, you transferred into an SEC school, and you already was from out west, not really
I was
used,
expecting more out of him. I ain't gonna lie.
not really used to. But once again, that culture, bruh. Like when you come down there, and people say, "Well, it's just South Carolina." Okay. You go down there and see them linebackers at South Carolina. They don't look like the linebackers at SC, dog. You understand what I'm saying? Like the D tackles at South Carolina don't look like the D tackles at Oregon, dog. It's just with South Carolina being okay. All right. Go down there and try to tackle one of them running backs at South Carolina, the second string or third string running back. You understand what I'm saying? Go down there and try. It's just a different thing. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I hope we get it together. You know what I mean? I root for all these young men, but hey man, listen, that SEC, and you got Georgia Saturday, and then you gotta play Tennessee.
What time is that game?
12 o'clock. You gotta play Tennessee. You gotta play Kentucky. Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, they got a little gauntlet coming up.
He should have just committed as a freshman. So he could
about to get right over the next month. He about to get right.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so tough. UGA got Tennessee, Kentucky, and Florida all in like consecutive weeks. Like, bro, this thing, that SEC ain't no joke. It's so hard. It's
And
so
some little
hard.
3-game stretches that can get you nowadays. It ain't the whole schedule. Some them 3 little cluster games that'll get you like a Tennessee, Florida, and Georgia, or
Arkansas,
Arkansas,
Kentucky,
Tennessee,
and
and
Ole Miss. Like
I was just about to say, have y'all seen Ole Miss?
a little bit. They
I
still
haven't seen them at all.
they still don't have a starting quarterback, but they got 3 running backs that will. That's what I was saying. Zach Evans, he was the number 1 back or number 2 back coming out of high school, whatever. A very, very, very good running back coming out of high school. Was supposed to go UGA, had the mix-ups, but Jackson Dart from SC and the other guy both been playing. Lane Kiffin so crazy. He just Lane Kiffin be just messing with folks. He probably know who he want to start. He might don't know who he want to start. He just playing both folks.
Lane just be
Lane crazy, man.
You know what's crazy? Like that game last year, I think they had a good shot against Bama. Lane just took them out the game. They went 4th down by 12 times.
Yeah.
Man, what is Lane doing?
The first time he went, it's like, bro, you do know it's the first quarter, dog. And you have one of the best quarterbacks in not just in the SEC, in college football. You got one of the best quarterbacks, dog. Let this thing play out. But Lane off the chain, man. Like it's like this. If you're a fan of the team he coaches, you either gonna love him or hate him. Ain't no in between, dog.
I've always said Lane's an offensive coordinator, bro. Everybody's not built to be a head coach. Just because you're good at calling plays don't mean you can be. Right. Lane is an offensive coordinator.
And Lane don't care. Lane coached football like Jason Williams, White Chocolate, played basketball. Just like, I'm going to try anything.
Reckless.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to try anything. Yeah. And even Jason Williams, he was more so not reckless, Quinn, because at least like he was comfortable doing what he was doing and he practiced all that stuff. It just looked crazy to us because it was so great to see.
And then when you put together a highlight tape, you look like the greatest ever, but you didn't see all the
right.
You saw the 5 assists, but you didn't see the 17 turnovers.
Yeah, my assist turnover ratio 8 to 15, but it's cool. but Ole Miss, I think Ole Miss gonna always have a chance offensively, defensively is where I think they just always gonna kind of struggle. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, nah, man. It's like I say, the SEC just a different thing, man. So it's man. It's tough, bro. We just naming teams. Arkansas, like people
we just about named the whole SEC besides Missouri and Vanderbilt.
But look, so that was gonna be my point too. I'm glad you said that, Quinn. The SEC is so tough. Vegas picked Vandy to win 2.5 games, right? Before the season. And I'm like, come on, dog, they disrespectful. And then I looked at it. They won them first 2.
It ain't another win on that schedule.
I don't see it, dog. I don't see, bruh.
They got all the heavyweights.
You're not beating Tennessee. You're not beating Kentucky. You're not beating Florida. You're not beating Georgia. You're not beating South Carolina. That's 5.
Alabama on the schedule too.
They play Bama. They do. You're not beating Bama. Okay, that's 6 games right there. Now that's 8 because they don't won. They little 2. Because at first I'm like, what are they 2.5 wins? Like, y'all crazy. But then when you start looking at that thing, bro, you like, who the hell they gonna beat?
That's right.
For real, dog. It's like, yo, who the hell can they beat? Like, seriously. But so who was the other West team they play? So they gotta play Bama. You gotta play 2 West teams. I don't know who.
Ole Miss.
They ain't beating Ole Miss.
Let me check real quick. Let me check.
That's
whoever it is, they ain't beating.
That's 7 games right there.
Yep, Alabama and Ole Miss.
So then you got the 2 more they don't won. That's 9. Yeah, Vanderbilt. If you bet with Vanderbilt, I'm sorry.
You're ready for basketball.
They don't won, but all they gonna win.
That's it, and it's so crazy because if you hear somebody say they're gonna win 2.5 games, you're like, you crazy.
Well, see, the only other game that they could possibly win is Northern Illinois.
Yeah, they gonna be so beat up by then.
Well,
they gonna been and took all the all them blows, man. Hey, listen.
They last 3 games in Kentucky, Florida, and Tennessee.
Ooh.
You got to end the season like that?
Did you just say Kentucky, Florida, Tennessee, dog?
All 3 of them ranked at this moment.
And will be then.
I think they'll be ranked then too.
That is crazy, bro. Why you gonna? Why we gotta end it? Why you couldn't give us like Florida this week? But it's tough anyway. You got to play all of them anyway. Vanda don't care. They just want to put out doctors.
So they got
now they baseball team. Their baseball teams be fine.
They got Bama on the 24th. They got Ole Miss on the 8th, and they got Georgia on the 15th.
Yo, who did them like that, bro? But it's really it's no way around it.
Yeah, it's not.
Because even if you move a game, who you gonna? Oh, I'm gonna slide in Kentucky. I'm gonna slide in Florida. I'm gonna slide in Tennessee. So Vanda. Vanda need to go in and put the paperwork in, man, and swap with like Miami or somebody. Florida State. They need to go on swap with somebody, cause that ain't gonna that right there just.
Yeah, because academics don't matter no more. That's really all Vanda was in the SEC for anyway, to bring that academic standard, but that don't even matter no more.
Yeah, they man. Look, Dion talking about those teams need to get paid $1 million. Vanda need to be getting paid.
You know what, Mike? I'm glad you brought that up. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
Can we talk about that for 1 second? Mm-hmm. So what do y'all think about that? Because I agree with him. I think if they're giving Central Michigan and Appalachian State $1.5 million to come play, why are you only giving the HBCU $500,000, $600,000? So A, who is negotiating this, and B, why isn't that person fired right now? Because that's ridiculous. Because I thought for sure when Alabama State took that game at UCLA, I thought for sure it was easily over $1 million. They only got $700,000 for making that trip out there.
And what's the excuse? What's the explanation?
And to piggyback on everything both of y'all just said, okay, let's say who you said, Southern Illinois or something like that.
Central Michigan.
Central Michigan, right? Central Michigan facilities ain't Alabama's or Arkansas's or Georgia's, but it damn sure ain't Jackson State's.
Exactly.
Or Southern or Bethune-Cookman or Tennessee State. It damn sure ain't. Their facilities ain't that either now, right? Hey, if all 3 of us in high school right now and we like, hey man, Kevin, man, bruh, I got to offer to Central Michigan and I got to offer to Jackson. Or I ain't gonna say Jackson State because I go to Jackson State because I love Prime. But if I got to offer to Bama State, and then I come back and say, man, Kevin Quinn, boy, Central Michigan got this. It's gonna automatically blow out Alabama or Alabama State, right? Or wherever, right? So what we talking about? Yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm definitely with Prime, man, for sure.
Let me ask y'all another question. So something else he said was, and one thing that I agree with, but I have to think about it, and I want to get some other opinions. He said that the money that they make should all go to the football program, which at HBCUs, when they get them big checks, that fund the whole athletic department.
Now, see, that's tough, but I'm talking from the outside looking in on that too, right? Yeah. So a lot of times when people say stuff like that, it's hard to be objective because you just don't know, right? Mm-hmm. Like anything I might say might sound crazy from the other side, You understand what I'm saying? It might sound logical to us, but I'm not down there, and I don't know the whole
Yeah,
100%
we don't have enough information.
right what and why he's
Yeah.
saying that. So to even try to like disagree or judge him on that, I sound foolish, right? Because it's like, well, he basing that off something.
Mhm.
This
Yeah, I
this
mean,
Deion Sanders, this ain't just some guy talking. Like Deion Sanders is never been known or thought to be a sham or some guy who just, you know what I mean, running his mouth for the sake of running his mouth, or some fraud dude like somebody else, Brett Favre, but it's like somebody other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if he's saying this stuff, he's saying it for a reason, right? Like, you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
from the
Yeah.
outside looking in, like you would think, nah, man, I don't think that's right. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But like you said, we don't have enough information. We don't know the details. But like I said, from the outside looking in, I don't necessarily like that.
Mhm.
I don't know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's exactly how I feel. Like if you hear it, you like, oh nah. But then like if you look, it's like I say, he's saying that for a reason. And like I say, this is
Yeah.
a man who's um
He's in the middle of it, so he would
right,
know.
right. And he's thought to be a stand-up guy by everybody other than Carver. You're a real man, Dion.
But at the same time, though, like if that football program is bringing in most of the money for the entire
Mhm.
athletic program, then I feel like you would have to give the other
Yeah.
programs something. Like you can't just completely leave them out like they don't matter.
Yeah,
That it don't sound right.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like it don't. But like
Them
I said,
optics wouldn't look right either on campus.
yeah. Football.
Yeah, because like
they got they around there like like they around that mug doing it. You go around to the track joint, they over that mug duct taping shit together and
you know what I'm saying,
everything
like
else. You hear me?
the baseball team need bats. You know what I
Word.
mean? And they
Yeah,
need
yeah, yeah.
balls. They need, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Kevin, the baseball team hit with them bats I used to hit with in Little League.
Like, right, with a bomb bat.
Yo, yeah. So now I feel that, but you know what I'm saying. But the whole thing first of all starts like they need to get that bread, and like Quinn said, who negotiating this, bro? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
because who is undervaluing them like that?
absolutely,
Is the organization themselves, is the school themselves undervaluing themselves like that,
Mm.
or is
Exactly.
it the opponent this undervaluing them? Like what's going on here?
Yeah, man. And like you say, just the God honest truth, they out there getting their butt kicked, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like he said. But nah, that's real talk though, Quinn. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just want to ask y'all about that because I agree with what he's saying because you would think that somebody would have said that before about that because it's been going on since forever. I can't remember the last time I seen an HBCU team get anywhere near $1 million for making them road trips, and it's consistently the Appalachian states and Central Michigans. They getting 1.2 because you know every time they come to Georgia, Bama, we see what they mention it on the broadcast. What the team got to come down there and play. So it's just I just think whoever is negotiating those deals and accepting those deals need to they just need something different. They need to get an agent or something because you ain't finna tell me that UCLA couldn't pay Alabama State more than $700,000 come out there, and they took the band with them too to California.
Bruh. They made that on the deep Final Four run the other day, other year.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Let's knock it off. They make that back when they play Arizona during the basketball season. You know what I'm saying? Now, for as much noise we talk about Pac-12 football, now the basketball, you know, we got the,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Now, hey,
Put a speck on it.
yeah. Put some spec on that thing for real. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And one more thing, I'm glad you said that. Speaking of HBCUs and playing big schools, man, shout out to LSU and Southern. That was dope. Like them playing Saturday, both in Baton Rouge. Like I can only imagine like for Baton Rouge and the people like the people like the alumni for both schools, and just once again the culture around that, man, I know that they had a ball. And then when the bands got on the field, oh man, I know it was dope. I mean, that looked dope. So I can only imagine being a Louisiana guy, or you know what I mean, or being a southern person or LSU person, how dope that was. But shout out to them for that, because that was dope, man. I heard somebody, I was listening to the radio, and he was like, he hoped that they just play every single year. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that would be pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? If they played every year. So yeah, man, that was dope. Yeah. But so yeah, man, that's good, good games coming up. Hope they live up to it, man. But we move to the NFL. I gotta get out of here soon, but we move to the NFL. Great first week. Some surprises in the first week. A lot of surprises from the results, from the way certain guys played, certain teams played. I didn't get to watch a lot on the bless you. I didn't get to watch a lot on the live action because I had to go out of town. Excuse me, and watch Seldon was playing. But yeah, I caught a lot of highlights, caught some replays. Actually watching the replay a little bit now with the Chargers and the Raiders. But so what's some of y'all first thoughts, man? Like, and I cussed y'all out already, but yeah, both of y'all. Yeah, everybody, they whooped my ass in fantasy this weekend. But it's all good. We're going to bounce back. You hear me? They got me. They told me up. And I ain't even have a bad weekend. I was balling, but they got me. I won in my other league. Shout out my man, Dean, man. I won in that league. But
Jerry Jones over here making moves in the first week.
Hey, listen, man, this man was not playing, Q. This man was, hey, yo, and then pressing us, dog.
I'm saying exactly.
Hey.
My trade, man. Come on.
Trying to get it done, man.
Nah, Q, it wasn't take a look. It was accept my trade.
I'm trying to get it done, man.
He going in on us, dog. I'm like, damn, I was out there.
He trying to strong arm trade.
Yeah, I'm out there fishing, having a little, trying to catch a little fish for the college ball game Saturday, man. Hey, man, accept my trade, dog.
I'm trying to get the business tightened up.
Word. But man, so like I said, I didn't catch a lot live, but I caught a lot of highlights, caught a couple of joints. But man, what was y'all like? Man, what y'all think about it?
I say one team I was impressed with was I like how the Eagles look.
Yeah.
I like how
offensive wise.
Yeah. I like how defense was bad, but
Detroit just came back.
I mean, see, that's one thing like Mike was talking about earlier. Detroit, if you look at Detroit's offensive line, you look at their running backs, that's not a bad team. Mm-hmm. Offensively, that's not a bad team.
Mm-hmm. And they ain't even got J-Mo in there yet.
That's what I'm saying. They got what's his name? Amon St. Brown or whatever. Amara St. Brown or whatever his name is.
Amon Gilliam.
Yeah.
Look,
and your boy DeAndre. Like offensively, and Jared Goff played well at times. You know what I'm saying? He just, but I like how the Eagles look. But I like how the Eagles look, man. They look good. I was surprised that Pittsburgh got a win.
I was too.
That's the one shot.
Surprised at that game. That was actually a good game, though. Well, Derek Carr did exactly what I expected him to do.
That's on now.
Oh my God! Like the key to Derek Carr, the key to the Raiders. If you can get pressure on him, it's over. Like he completely shut down, bro. Like if you get pressure on him, he completely shut down. He just almost like fall into a fetal position.
Let me ask you a question. Take out Carr, insert who, and then that make them a.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find somebody that's not just like.
Yeah, I ain't talking about gotta be crazy elite.
Let me think.
You think he can
Jameis. Put Jameis Winston in there. Put Jameis
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't even thought about that one.
Me either.
I wouldn't even thought about that one.
Me either. Oh my.
Cause he if he gonna do one thing, he gonna eat that W.
Bruh.
They
But look,
was talking about that on trust levels.
I didn't think about that, Kevin, but you give this cat Devontae,
that's a good one.
Hunter Renfro, Jacob Waller.
Yeah.
Cause I'm telling you, man, Jameis, he throw that football, dog. That boy that could play football.
Yeah, hell
yeah.
Put Matt Ryan in that situation. I guess it'd be different.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
But I like the Jameis better though. I like the Jameis better.
What about dude from Chicago? Justin
Dude
Fields
from Chicago. Now you better put some respect on that boy's name.
Are you talking about the former Ohio State quarterback?
I feel like Justin Fields need an offense catered to him. He need a offense that's catered around him.
Lamar
and his skill set.
He like a Lamar. My boy, Colin Kaepernick, Dak, them type. Yeah.
I'll tell you one guy I'm worried about. I'm worried about Kyler Murray.
Kevin, that was gonna be my disappointment of the weekend because I thought for sure. I just really thought, and I don't know why I had this much confidence in Kyler Murray, but I thought for sure after you basically got embarrassed over the summer, you got your money in the Michigan embarrassed. I just thought for sure that you'd have been super prepared for this game, but with it being pointed out that you don't that you don't study film at all, and you got a clear dude that anybody watching the game can see is about to rush you unblocked, and you don't do anything to adjust the play.
Yeah. You saw that clip that I sent?
Yeah.
Like you can tell he playing backyard ball. He out there like Jamarcus Russell. That's what he doing.
But Jamarcus Russell with way more support.
Yeah.
Right? Jamarcus was just kind of thrown.
Yeah. He was done wrong.
Yeah, he was done wrong. But I get what you mean. But it's like Jamarcus was more get out there. But see, this the thing. Mike Vick was that way as well, but Mike Vick was way more talented than Kyler Murray.
Way more electric.
Right? So Mike Vick wasn't just necessarily out there in the playbook and carving dudes. But Mike Vick, oh Lord, don't get me on. You know I love Vic, so don't even get me started on Mike Vick. Oh my gosh! But look, his high school show could have used him last week. I would have watched that. Ooh, they got one. But look, but Q, for all the reasons you mentioned, let's say, okay, flip it. The team they played, right? Chargers, Pat Mahomes, P. Homie. All summer. Oh, he ain't gonna be this without Tyreek. Oh, he ain't this. He ain't gonna do this. Boy, I could play football. That's what Pat Mahomes said.
I knew it wouldn't matter.
But no. I'm just saying though. But to Q's point,
P. Homie,
when you hearing this all summer, right? When you hearing that, P. Homie like, oh, y'all think I can't play football? Okay. And that's what he went out there and did. When you it's just like with Josh Allen hearing all the praises. Josh Allen went out there and said, I'm finna prove it. He went out there and tore the Rams' ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like so that's why I'm with Q 1000%. Like, bro, you hearing like even like with basketball, you hear the guys, oh, he ain't this and he can't lead a team to this and he can't do this and he can't even. And I ain't trying to say that but even with Stetson Bennett, even with my guy, what they say? Oh, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, hey, all I can do is show you what I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what my man did. I mean, but even if you look at, so I agree with Q so much because it's like and I'm talking about, okay, Stetson Bennett, a college guy. You've seen like plenty of them though. Oh, he ain't this or he can't do this. College level, bro, you getting paid for this.
$250 million.
So I agree, and once again, it's 1 week, And I do agree, yeah, you have bad games. But this is another thing to your point, Kevin. The book out on you too now. You can't just back your artists now. You've been in the league. We got plenty of tape to watch. And if you think for 1 minute, them coaches that get paid to do that, just gonna sit there and say, oh, he's just this great. He unstoppable. Hell, they try to stop Tom Brady. Now, it might not work, but they're gonna give it everything they got and try to scheme up something to do it.
Right.
So you think now with you not being here, oh yeah, we're gonna do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with you, Q. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the game. I saw the highlights, and I did see that what Kevin sent, and it's just like, yeah, dog, you can't, you gotta do better than that. Yeah, I'm with y'all. But and like I said, P. Homie was impressive in that matter. Like, y'all really think I can't play ball?
Man.
Like, I can play this game. Don't get me wrong. That dude right there, he an alien too. That left me, absolutely. Tyreek is an alien, but I'm gonna make it happen with what I got.
Right.
Yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, Q, I'm with you, dog. That is disappointing, though.
When DeAndre Hopkins come back?
Week 7, I think. I think he got 6 games. Yep. Yeah, I think he got 6 games. So he got plenty of weapons, though. You got big tight end, big Ertz. You got Connor running that thing. You know, Hollywood over there. They got another receiver over there. I can't remember thinking the name right now. Then they got the boy from Purdue from last year. He got plenty of weapons, but now, you know, DeAndre still DeAndre. But I'm just saying, you know.
No, I feel
you. And then when your defense over there playing against a man like that, you got to help them boys out. Now,
right.
P. Homer was out there surgical, boy.
And on the flip side of, you know, what we was talking about with college, shout out to Geno Smith, man.
Oh yeah,
Geno plays some balls.
Let me salute that man.
Geno played some ball, man.
Geno was balling.
Oh yeah.
Geno, talking about surgical. Geno was throwing some lasers. Yeah, shout out to Geno on that, man. Shout out to Geno. But I tell you, the biggest surprise for me of the weekend, Pittsburgh winning. That was big surprise. That was a big surprise in winning that game. What else is this? It was a few, but the biggest one for me, y'all want to know the biggest surprise for me was?
What's that?
Tay Crowder here did Derrick Henry like that. I never in my life seen that man get hit like that, bro.
I didn't see it. What happened?
It's too quick.
You want to see it?
All right, what are you talking about?
You want to see it?
See what? What are you talking about? What happened?
All you gotta do is turn on one of Deontay Wilder fights.
You know, Quinn ain't trying to hear that.
Turn on one of them Deontay Wilder like highlight knockout reel.
Quinn
but no, so I'm gonna tell you what's funny, right? I was on my way back home and got a notification that said, "Watch former UGA linebacker destroy Derrick Henry." I was like, "What?" So I ain't even lying. Like in my mind, I'm like, destroy. I'm like, whatever. So then I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, they played the Giants. I'm like, Lorenzo Carter gone. So I'm like, Tay Crowder? So I couldn't watch it though, because I'm driving, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, like I said, hey, Tay probably was drunk too. Like, look,
Tay probably drunk.
Yeah, because that's what Calvin said. Now, Calvin said, probably, I said, you're right, you know. But man, I never seen that.
Everybody get lucky at once.
Yeah, no. Listen, Q. Whatever it was, I'm with you, but I just ain't never. Because most people, it's not
perfect, even. It was perfect timing. It was perfect momentum. It was perfect everything.
But Q, this the thing of it. What make it more because you don't see people don't try to hit him that way.
Yeah, that's
true. I feel him. I feel him. That's basically freaking.
You think he had a momentary lapse in judgment?
Bro, that's like Roquan Smith running the football or something. Like, you know what I'm saying, dog? Like, I feel him. I was shocked, but shout out to both of those guys, man. But
I think it was calculated though, because he went in and he hit him like right in the perfect spot. So I think he kind of sized him up coming through there.
He did.
That's what linebackers do. That's what linebackers do though.
He got him. It was just shocking to see him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it was, you know what I'm saying, little, but golly, bro, that's D-Hammer. But shout out to both of them. Shout out to Saquon, bro.
Man, that boy did his thing.
Yes, sir. Won the ball game and everything.
He got that revamped offensive line.
Yeah, got two big SEC studs, man. One on each side. Hey, well, shout out to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar did his thing too.
So
I still don't like the fact that he playing without a contract. But.
Nah, I don't like that. But hey, I'm just praying to God that everything work out for that man. But listen to this. Speaking of y'all point again, Grinder, bro, Baltimore could have more excuses than anybody in the past 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
All they do is go out there and just win ball games. There's no way they should have had that record they had last year.
That Harbaugh guy can coach.
Oh my gosh, bro! And you gotta have a tough mentality to play for him. No, they just
Baltimore
go out
always
there.
had that mentality, though, y'all.
They just go out there and play, dog. They just go out there and play ball. They still was missing guys. They missed Humphrey ain't playing yet, is it? Humphrey not playing.
And they
J.K.
like
Dobbins
since Brian Billick was coach.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them dudes. They just go out there and get it done. And Lamar, he looked good. Somebody else, man. Josh Allen. Oh my gosh, he just got to quit taking so many licks. But oh my gosh, man.
Well, he don't really be taking them. He be dishing them out.
But he still
he got to stop dishing them out.
Yeah, Josh. Now listen, Josh, I'm here for it. Josh,
Josh be running over people with his throwing shoulder.
Exactly.
Yeah, Josh is wilding out there. Josh, you ain't in the woods out there hunting in Wyoming, man. That's a big man, dog. He got to chill, but yeah, he balled out. He balled out. Matter bounced back. Looked like they had the Super Bowl hangover. There's something. But the Josh Allen hangover Friday morning, I know that one. He tore him up. But man, it was just good stuff, man. And speaking of Detroit, like you said, man, that guy just got him balling. Campbell got him balling. Like I said, he a rah-rah guy, but it don't look fake. It looked like he just a guy that love the game, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I expect him to get better.
Yeah, man.
Just from what I saw.
The past 2 seasons.
Yeah, I expect him to get better.
Yeah, absolutely, man. My boy DeAndre out there, and then he got J-Mo coming, so yeah, they're gonna be fine. You understand? Hey, Trey Lance, was that like a combination of stuff? First start, wet, raining.
I think that's who he is.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to judge. My bad. I'll say that's who I think he is from the beginning anyway, but it's hard to say that because of the conditions. You know what I mean? So I can't judge him off that game, but that is what I feel like he is, regardless. Not based off that game.
So do you think half of Debo wanting to leave was money and half was QB situation?
Yeah, you see the writing on the wall. He know he ain't winning in there.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. I mean,
because what other reason would he want to leave?
Absolutely. You're in the Bay, Steph Curry over there in the offseason, just go watch him shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I feel you. That's why I say I ain't mad at that. That's a good
he wanted to follow old boy Mike McDaniel.
Yeah. And he go to Miami, it's hot. It's cool. We in Miami. I'm the man. Yeah. Go to South Beach.
One of the men.
Look, go to South Beach with my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, I get it. I get it.
Fighting with Tyreek to be the man, but
listen, man, shit. If you'd have had him and Waddle down there, and shout out to Waddle too, look good,
man.
Yeah, that would have speed everywhere. Yo, you ain't guarding that, dog. You ain't guarding that at all. Yeah,
You got Mostert in the backfield. You got Chase Edmonds,
yeah. That's a lot. Jasicki,
Jasicki,
yeah, you got a lot. You got a lot to
Durham
deal
Smythe.
with. You got a lot to deal with, dog. Yeah. So, who else? Chargers, man. Listen, I know I said this
Yeah, they play
before.
tonight. Play the Chiefs tonight.
Yeah, it should be good. And I know I done said this before, but man, I just feel like I would keep apologizing to this man to the end of his career. Justin Herbert is a bad dude.
Bad man.
I did not see any of that at Oregon. I was all on his case. Me and Marcel watching the bowl game. Marcel like, nah, that dude, da. I'm like, whatever, da. Yeah, nah. He like that. Herbert like that, dog. Sheesh, he is a monster. Yeah, I like old Justin. Yeah, they play tonight, man. That should be a good game. Division game.
Keenan Allen out though. He ain't playing.
Keenan Allen, I don't know about J.C. Jackson if he coming back either. But it's the division game. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. Russell Wilson. Was that emotions? Little bit of everything?
I mean, it's got to be some emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think he played bad.
Right.
You know, I think Denver kind of is what, you know, they kind of are what they are. But,
so you think people kind of overreacted with the whole Denver going to Super Bowl if they get Russ thing?
Yeah. I mean, I like watching that team. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I like Melvin Gordon. I like Javonte Williams. Of course, I like Jared Judy. And they got
the tight ends.
Yeah, they got weapons.
I got about 8 tight ends. They look like UGA. They got Alberto, the guy that made the one-hand joint. Beck, I think.
You know, they got weapons, but I mean, I was even I have even said that I like that Denver team. You know what I mean? But when you think about it, you got Buffalo and you got, I mean, not even that, just stay in that division. You know what I mean? You know, you got the whole AFC West.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, it's hard to compete out there.
Bro, you got Kansas City and San Diego.
Yeah, Chargers.
The Chargers.
So
ooh.
I don't know. He kind of fighting an uphill battle right there.
Yeah. I'd have did like Matt Ryan.
I do think in that game, though, I would have liked to have seen them try to stay a little bit more aggressive instead of just trying to rely on that 80, 90, 100-yard field goal. You know what I mean? But
knock it off. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, that is tough. Don't put that on that man. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, like, dog, that is, come on, man, what y'all doing?
But I think, you know, give Russell a little time. You know what I'm saying? See what happens.
And it was emotional enough.
Yeah.
That man been there, what, like 10 years or something, 9 years or something? They booed the man, which is like, yo, y'all booed this man? Really? Yeah. Y'all knock it off.
Like I said, he got a nice supporting cast. You got receivers, you got backs, tight ends.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Defense solid.
Yeah.
Defense solid. Bradley Chubb and Pat Surtain. Yeah, they got pieces over there for sure. But yeah, okay. What's somebody else I was gonna ask y'all about? Jameis, man. Shout out to Jameis. Michael Thomas came back. Them boys right there now, a lot of people sleeping on them boys.
Yeah, I mean they can definitely win that division.
Yes.
Be up for grabs every year.
Was it them Atlanta?
Well, I mean, you know, Tampa's the only team they got worried about.
Them in Tampa, yeah. I worry about Carolina and Atlanta. Yeah.
Brady looked like he was enjoying his new toy though. He was looking for Julio on every play.
Listen, bro, and imagine having both of those toys.
Yeah.
You
But
got
Julio already questionable for next week. You know how that go.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
He ain't gonna be available by half of the games.
Well, he damn sure look good on Saturday. Yeah, he look good, but nah, yeah, he getting up there. Man. But we'll get into that because I got to get ready to run. But we'll get into that question I had next week with the Tom Brady joint. That's a good little, you know what I mean? Good little discussion. Plus, we got the boxing stuff to talk about. And I don't want to rush that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to, dive in and get into that because you was coming with a joint. You know what I'm saying? For real. And then the female fight you was talking about and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna rush you into that. I want that to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta get ready to run, but we definitely gonna get into that because yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm trying to think. That game tonight should be great. I don't know any more big NFL matches. Well, NFL is good.
I mean, yeah, it's always gonna be some good matchups in the NFL.
It's the league, bro. That it's just so good, dog. NFL good, bro. Yeah, got not long before we gonna be talking about NBA. I think they start training camp. Yeah, they start training camp in a few weeks.
Training camp starting in 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
The first preseason game was like on the 2nd.
October?
No, I don't even think it's that. I think it's the end of this month. It might be like the 31st of September.
Really?
Yeah, camp open up. I looked at it yesterday. The 27th is the first day they can start camp. So yeah, I think like the 31st might be the first preseason game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the end of this month. 2 weeks.
Well, super excited for that. For sure. For sure.
Can't wait.
Oh man.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, it's gonna wait. Yeah, because I got a lot of questions. I seen this list. I seen a couple lists. Lists get everybody chirping, and they just lists, but whatever. We have fun with them. It was the best under 25. Who you gonna build a team around? And then I saw
Luka.
The top. That was number one. That he was number one.
I'm completely turned around. I'm a Luka Doncic fan.
He was number one.
Luka winning MVP next year.
Tatum was 2 and Ja was 3. I would go Ja or Luka personally.
Yeah.
And I love Tatum, but I really would go Luka or Ja. I ain't gonna lie, for real. It would be Luka or Ja. It was a pretty cool little list though. It was like Luka, Ja, Tatum, Zion, Anthony Edwards.
I'm ready to see Zion. I mean, I know y'all ain't that big on him, but I'm
ready to see. Crazy part about it, I'm watching the highlights and I'm ready to see him. I just want him to play.
I feel that's how I be feeling about Kawhi, man. Like I know he be hurt and all that sometimes, half of the time.
Right.
But man, I love watching Kawhi Leonard play. I just want to see him play.
Look, I was finna get ahead of myself on that.
You got to get up out of here.
Now you got me crunk out for this, but we got a while anyway to talk about that. But yeah, for sure. It's coming though, and I'm just glad all of it is here. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. B-Rob, heal up, man. Heal up. Prayers up for B-Rob.
I already picked him up on the fence.
Sitting
on the IR.
I saw that.
I'm ready for it.
I say, look at this slick joke in here. I saw you. Yeah, but for sure. Yeah, get healthy, man. Prayers up. Shout out to Roger Federer. He retiring. Serena. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Favorite, my WNBA finals. They had game 3 tonight in Connecticut. My girl Aisha got MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. They can take it on home. Sue Bird, shout out to Sue Bird, retiring. Man.
Yeah, kill me.
Like, man, you know, I love it, bro. I love it. Look, I was mad the other night I got home late.
I ain't got no issue with it.
Just shut up. And Trey, shout out my man Trayvon. My man Trayvon Walker, man. They was shitty pick number one, shitty this, man. Trayvon went out there, had a pick, had a sack, all that. And I love what he said after the game. What that's supposed to mean? I picked number one. I'm supposed to make plays like that.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, not like, oh, nah. He pissed off. We lost the ball game.
Right.
I'm supposed to make plays like that. I got to make more. We
Right.
lost, so I love it. You know what I mean? But shout out to that young man. That pick was nasty. That pick was nasty. But yeah, man. So that's about it, man. Yeah, we'll definitely be back next week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else, bro?
Nah, bro, that's it for me.
For sure. I know Quinn had to run, handle business, but you know, it's all good. But that's another episode. Relax and take notes. We back. So yeah, we'll get back at y'all next week. Mike Pace, K Dub, the homie Quinn. We'll get back at y'all. Till then, peace out.
Peace out.
Take it easy.